Hey, what's up? It's Eric. It's day 4 of the Master Cleanse that I'm on, and oh man, I'm a little shiny here. Look like I've been frying some chicken in the kitchen. It's day 4 of the Master Cleanse. It's New Year's Day. Happy New Year! And yesterday was day 3. I did pretty well. I did excellent. It was New Year's Eve. I was at a party. Um, there were crumbs, cupcakes. They looked really good. But I mean, they looked good, but I didn't have this desire to like, oh, I want to eat that, I want to gobble that up. And some friends of mine were eating steaks and potatoes. My mouth I'm salivating now, but I felt in control. Whereas in the past, with sugar and things like that, I just kind of, the urge kind of takes over, and then you kind of unconsciously eat, and that didn't happen to me last night. Yeah, I was there, man. I was just eye of the tiger. So so that was pretty good, and the second day was hard. I had a lot of really bad migraine, but I think that was due to the fact that I'm also trying to kick a caffeine addiction. I mean, just coffee. But I'm like an Italian. When I drink coffee, it's basically, some call it espresso in this country. I drink it like coffee, like with cream and everything, and a lot of sugar. So I'm sure it was the sugar withdrawal, the caffeine. So I mean, I think almost got that out of my system. I did the saltwater flush. Yo, kids, it's rough cakes. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, it's I mean it's nasty. It's funky McNasty. I'm not gonna even lie, but it will clean you out. It will clean your intestines, your insides out. And basically, what I did was, I can't drink. You're supposed to get like salt, not table salt. You got to get Epsom salt. It acts as a saline solution and makes you eliminate. Um, I can't drink a big jug of like salty water. That's just nasty. So what I do is I take the measurement and just like dump it in my mouth and hold my breath. Because if you hold your breath, then you can't taste it. And then I just chug a lug, and like in about 4 or 5 gulps, it's gone. And then I just drink the rest of the water. Ugh. So that's what I do. That's what I did. It was hard, very difficult, but then 20 minutes later, it all kind of passed through, and yeah, somebody suggested getting a colonic, which is basically after you cleanse, basically they kind of stick a tube in your nether regions and put water up there, and then it cleanses you out, whatever. I don't know if I can do that. Yo, I heard a story from a friend of a friend who did that, and this girl, this buddy of mine, his girlfriend went. True story. Yo, she went, got a colonic. Everything was draining out, blah blah blah, and like the tube was clear. So then she came back for her consultation, so they could, the guy could tell her, this is what you need to eat, this is what you need to stop eating, blah blah blah. So he was like, yo, son. He told her, first off, you need to chill out on the popcorn, because there were a lot of popcorn kernels. And she was like, yo, I haven't had popcorn in like, because she had braces too. And she was like, okay, she didn't have braces, but the story is true. She was like, I haven't had popcorn in like 6 months or whatever. And he was explaining to her that, like, because the intestines, they're kind of like ravel, they wiggle and stuff. It's very easy for things to get kind of stuck in your intestines and crap. And then, yo, this is the part that's crazy. He was like, "Oh, do you have kids?" And she was like, "No, I don't have kids." She was like 23, whatever. He was like, "Oh, that's strange. I found a pink Barbie shoe, um, kind of passed through." She was like, "A Barbie shoe?" She was like, "Oh," and she basically had swallowed a Barbie shoe, or she asked her mom's. She's like, did I swallow a Barbie shoe when I was like 8? And her mom was like, "Yeah, you did." I assumed it came out. Well, it didn't come out. It was lodged in her intestines. True story. So, point being, there's just a lot of backup and crap that gets like, stuck there, and you know, it gives you a lot of dis-ease, which leads to disease. Like the way I flow. Um, and you'd be amazed, like after not eating for days, you do the flush and you're still past eliminating stuff like solids. It's crazy, the stuff that gets backed up. So anyway, so that's one of the major benefits of this cleanse. Is like, it really cleanses your system out. So you can be healthy and live a long life. And you know, yesterday, real quick, it was hard, man. It was like this cleanse affects you on a lot of levels, and I just really wasn't prepared for it. And I went to the store to get more lemons, and I was just like, wow, really overwhelmed by. I was just kind of a open vessel. It was overwhelming, um, for me. I was kind of receptive to all the stimuli and energy around me, and I kind of wasn't really prepared for that, and it kind of threw me off, and I had to kind of collect myself. So, yeah, that's not a bad thing. It was just I just wasn't prepared for it, and I was kind of really kind of absorbing a lot of energy, and I mean that's not good because, like, not everybody has a good energy or air about them, and so I was kind of absorbing all this funky energy, and I was like, whoa. I had to go home and like collect myself. So, but that's good because that means like I'm being unblocked, you know, emotionally, and so that's it. That's all I got to say. I'm just gonna keep going. The urges are gone. The headaches are gone. I feel really fine right now. I just feel like equanimous. I feel chilled. So I'm just gonna go with that. And the last thing I want to say is like what was really interesting is like I was at the party and like yeah, like I saw the food and then there was like a natural reaction to salivate and then like ooh, I could take a bite of that. But the urge, the urge was not there. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I can't describe it. It was interesting. So and I definitely feel things opening up for me, physically, emotionally, and it's good. That's why I'm doing this cleanse. And oh yeah, and I'm also, I guess, losing weight. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself. I don't know. Haven't weighed myself, but I'm just kind of focusing on all the other benefits, specifically being mental, the mental freedom and physical freedom that I feel. So all that other stuff will fall into place. And hopefully by the time I'm done, I'll be built like a Spartan. Alright, that's it for now.